boys and girls. It is Wednesday morning and I hope you guys are having a great week. It's a short week because we don't have school on Friday. So we're halfway right now, which is shocking. These weeks are just kind of flying by. So it's reading time, and yesterday I started reading a nonfiction book to you about pandas. And we were really focusing this week on those nonfiction text features. And then I know you guys got to do some reading about pandas and discovering about pandas yesterday too. But I want to finish this book with you because it is an AR book and I like pandas, so I want to finish it. So yesterday when we finished, we had just talked about their diet and how they eat so much bamboo. So I'm going to start where we left off yesterday. And as I'm reading, see if you can zoom in and notice some of those text features today. I'm not going to talk about them because I'm going to give you something to do with them later this week on identifying them. But just clue yourself in. What do you see text feature-wise on the pages? And not just what is that text feature, but why is it important? What does it help you learn or know better on the page? Why is it there? What's the point of it? Okay, so here we go. It's called A Day in the Life. This is the heading. Oh, wasn't gonna tell you that. Pandas mostly live alone, but sometimes they hang out in small groups. Pandas use 11 different calls to communicate with one another. They also leave their scent on rocks and trees for other pandas to find. So the big word is communicate, to pass on information. Wow, that's really interesting because when we hear animal sounds, they're not necessarily telling us anything because we don't speak panda, but they have 11 different calls or sounds that they make to communicate to each other. So that makes me make a text connection to myself, like, oh, we communicate with other people. Pandas communicate with other pandas. The other one was scent. It says that they leave their scent on rocks and trees for other pandas to find. And we know that a scent is a smell. And they can use that scent, the sense of scent, to communicate too. So here's your picture. They're just so cute. They always look so cuddly and cute. Baby steps. Around August or September, a mother panda will find a den and give birth. Her newborn cub is about the size and weight of an ice cream sandwich. Panda cubs are pink, hairless, and blind at birth. They spend the day squeaking, crying, and drinking their mother's milk. Let me zoom into this picture. Look at, can you see it? A panda baby, that's a person's fingernail, and look at the size compared to the baby. Isn't that amazing? This says, soon black fur will grow around the cub's eyes and on its ears and legs. So cub is a baby bear, and we've learned about other animals that call their babies cubs. Cubs stay with their mothers until they are about 2 or 3 years old. In a few weeks, the mother can leave her cub to find bamboo. The baby cries less and is able to keep itself warm. Do you see how it's carrying the baby? Just like cats carry their kittens. They grab them. When a cub is about 8 weeks old, it will finally open its eyes. But the cub still cannot walk until it's 3 months old. Did you know that? I didn't know they couldn't walk right away. When the cub is 6 months old, it can eat bamboo, climb trees, and walk around, just like its mother. Ooh, a red panda. When people think of pandas, they usually think of the giant panda. But did you know there's another kind? Red pandas also live in China, as well as other parts of Asia. They eat bamboo just like black and white pandas, but they also love roots and acorns. Red pandas only grow to be about the size of a cat. So it's about the size of a cat that you see at your house or at a friend's house. So not near as big as a giant panda. The red panda has red fur and looks more like a raccoon than a bear. So look at that picture. What about it looks more like a raccoon? I bet you know. Protecting pandas. Today, there are only about 1,600 pandas left in the world. Many of the forests where pandas live have been cleared to make room for farms. Pandas have nowhere to go and no food to eat. The Wolong Panda Reserve in China is just one way people are trying to help. The 150 pandas that live there cannot be harmed. And it's got a little map that shows you where that preserve is. Here's a picture of them. They look like they're playing. And it says a reserve is a protected land area. Panda baby boom. Look at all those panda babies. Pandas are also protected in zoos. The first pandas were brought to the United States from China in 1972. Today, there are about 100 red and giant pandas in zoos. At first, it was hard for giant panda moms to have cubs in zoos and on reserves. But in recent years, there has been a panda boom. Let's hear it for the cubs. It says, in just 1 year, 16 cubs were born at the Wolong Panda Reserve. That's good, because if there's only 1,000, if 16 were born in a year, if they could do that every year, that would help. Earthquake. In May 2008, a giant earthquake struck China. The center of the earthquake was right near the Wolong Reserve. Rocks the size of cars rained down from the steep mountains surrounding the pandas' home. Now, workers need to find new land for the pandas that lost their home. So an earthquake is when the earth's crust moves and causes the ground to shake. So think about that. If an earthquake came, not only did it destroy the home, but if those rocks came down and destroyed the plants and the vegetation in that area, what effect would that have had on the pandas? What do we know about pandas? Do they need that vegetation? So here's some panda amazing facts. It says pandas will roll around and tumble just to get somewhere faster. Okay, that's super cute. Look at him. He's doing forward rolls to get where he needs to be. It says ancient Chinese rulers kept pandas as their pets. Pandas are very shy and will stay away from places where people live. Pandas are pink when they're born. The color comes from the mom's saliva when she licks them. Ooh, saliva means spit. Pandas can eat more than 22,000 pounds of bamboo each year. Pandas can't run very fast, but they are good swimmers and great tree climbers. It takes 4 years to tell if a panda boy club is a boy or a girl. Okay, that's a crazy fact. 4 years before they know? Wow! Okay. So it says, name that bear. Pandas can be found in Chinese stories and poems 3,000 years old. Over time, they have been called many different things. So which name do you think fits them best? So they're called giant pandas, but they used to be called white leopard, white bear, beast of prey, banded bear, cat-like bear, white fox, bamboo bear, bear-like cat, or the great bear cat. Those are all good names, don't you think? All right, so I hope you really enjoyed reading about the pandas. I'm going to assign it today to you on Get Epic. You don't have to read it today necessarily, but I'm going to assign it there because you're going to do something with it tomorrow. But if you want to reread it before you take the AR test, you definitely positively can. And then today, we're going to stick with this little black and white theme. And as you read today, you're going to be learning about another black and white animal. That is amazing. And no two look alike. You know what it is? I bet you do. Okay, so have fun reading about that and learning about them. And I will see you in a little bit. Bye, guys.